And we're going to have another go. Second semi-final then. They're just about gathering themselves, drawing breath after that first semi-final. Essex have won the toss. They're going to have a bat first. Simon Harmer, the captain, saying that having watched the first semi-final, he just feels that's the best way to go. The pitch a little on the slow side, and he has a spin option. In fact, he has another spin option because Aaron Nijjar is in the side for the very first time this year. He's played one game last year, but a bit of pressure on Aaron Nijjar. Derbyshire, the Falcons, they are playing on finals day for the very first time, so uncharted territory for them. They're unchanged from their quarter-final win. Billy Godderman saying had he won the toss, he too would have had a bat first. So Cameron Delport, who's been pretty explosive at the top of the order, has 100 to his name in the blast this year. And Tom Wesley, who's been in good touch in championship cricket recently. There's some very good cricketers in that huddle there. Wayne Madsen, you can see. Lewis Rees is in good form. The captain himself, Billy Godderman, has been in excellent form in the blast. And Ravi Rampal with the ball has been exceptional. So Matt Critchley has played his part with his leg spin. So just confirmation of where we are. There's that top three that's proved to be so effective for the Falcons. Rees, Godderman, Madsen. For Essex, just that one change, Aaron Nijjar. So another spin option to go alongside the captain, Simon Harmer. No overseas, no Mohamed Amir and Adam Zampa, who played in the quarter-final. Michael Atherton alongside.
Well, it's good to have Derby here, isn't it? Derbyshire, last of the 18 clubs to make the finals day. So belated welcome to them. These two teams, of course, never played each other. Different groups, and because Derby have never been here before, they're complete strangers to each other. Dominic Cork inspired Derbyshire this year.
They've done a terrific job. Ravi Rampal with the ball, both at the start of the innings and at the end. I guess the lesson they'd have learnt from watching the first game is you don't need to be setting your sights too high in terms of a total. Somewhere around about 150, 160 might prove to be a pretty good score again.
Yes, if the sides watching on learnt anything, it's that the pitch is slow and grips, that the opening 6 overs, the power play overs, are going to be important to try and get ahead of a rate if you're batting second, and don't leave it too late because it's going to get harder and harder and harder if the opposition have got bowlers who can take pace off the ball, as Pat Brown did for Worcestershire. What a win that was for the Rapids. Extraordinary, wasn't it? Not even now be scratching their heads. Ben Duckett at the end there. How do we lose that game? As you rightly say, a lot of credit to Moeen Ali and his team. Last year's winners, and they're in the final again. You're an opening batsman here. Perhaps you're thinking, what, first 5, 6 overs? Maybe give yourself an over to get in, and then after that, try and use those first 5, 6 and really try and get to, what, 45, 50, maybe even beyond. Certainly looks like the time to bat those first few overs. Well, they still have a chance of the double this year. They'll be down at Taunton on Monday, playing against Somerset in the last round of championship games. That, of course, in Division 1. They are 12 points clear, right at the top of the table. So they, with the forecast not looking great, they'll go into that game with plenty of confidence. Marcus Trescothick was sat in the dugout with them a moment ago. He said, "You better be prepared for a rank turner down there." Weather dependent, of course. The only one of these 4 teams here today who've managed to compete across formats. So that's great credit to Essex. It's not an easy thing to do in this day and age. Well, the first ball swung a little for Ravi Rampal, but nothing since then. He's had a terrific tournament this year, very economical. It's like the type of bowler who needs to bowl. He needs rhythm on his side.
Somerset too could get the double, can't they, if they win and overturn that deficit in the championship game next week. They too, well, they won the Royal London Cup earlier on in the summer. Decent start, steady over, 5 runs from it.
Yeah, that might be the sighter. Said that the opening 6 are important. You can give yourself a few balls to just get a sense of the pace of the pitch, but no more.
Logan Van Beek to accompany Ravi Rampal. They will have been working with Stephen Kirby. Stephen Kirby's the bowling coach here. Mal Loy, the batting coach. Corky is in charge, head coach of the T20s. Just clipped.
Yeah, clipped a long ways, right into his arc. They were just to our right of the pod earlier, getting changed, Essex, and you can see why Cameron Delport hits it a long way when he's stripped off. Like a boxer. Is it a right whack? They're a bit stiff with their overseas players, weren't they, Derbyshire? They had Richardson lined up, didn't they? And then he got called up by Australia, and Billy Stanley had to pull out. So those were 2 overseas players. I think Corky had lined up right at the start of the campaign, so they've done really well to get here for the first time, given the financial constraints that the club has as well.
Gone up a long way and will fall safe, would you believe it? 3 or 4 players and it fell right between them.
Yeah, got lucky. 2 men out on the leg side and then a mid-on and a short fine leg, so there just in front of square, huge open spaces.
Well, it's only early stages, but again, finding the boundary not straightforward. He will certainly have a role to play. He's done particularly well in the middle overs. Critchley. From the over, 14 without loss. We're through 2. Quarter-final win. Ryan Tendescarter and Ravi Bopara there poised at what, 5 and 6, played such a crucial role.
It's astonishing that they're here, really, isn't it? What did they win? 2 out of the first 10. And then the 3 wins and the tie that took them to that knockout game. And then got a bit of good fortune that Lancashire had to find a neutral venue as well. Well, they were good value for the victory up there.
I think in some way, though, that might have just helped them, because going into that quarter-final, they played 2 or 3 games that were effectively quarter-finals themselves. The team realised they were knockout games. And you look back to that quarter-final, and Dame Billas will look back as well, as Lancashire fans and players will, and perhaps feel that was a moment, really, that they missed out on. They were favourites to win that game with a couple of overs to go, and then the decision to bowl Liam Livingstone proved unwise, and Ravi Bopara wrapped the game up. Still can't quite get going. Give a lot of credit to Derbyshire. The bowlers have just been bowling into the surface, varying their speeds a little bit. And you just feel Essex are thinking, we've got to just press the accelerator a little bit now.
Yeah, Rampol's got a slightly slingy action. This is a couple of balls ago to show his slow ball. So he's got a natural off-cutter because he's got quite a low slingy action. That off-cutter for him is very natural.
Yeah, and there's that acceleration. You just feel, watching the game, that they will have talked about these first 5 or 6 overs. And it's been pretty steady up until now.
Wesley's strength, of course, is onside. Kind of the way that he looked at his bat after this shot suggests that he didn't quite get it out of the middle, but that's his area when he's looking for his boundary option.
Good run in the end. It was a nice bounce for the fielder.
Yeah, Deploy coming round, one of those moments when your heart's in your mouth as a batsman, because you know that it's bounced up beautifully into his hand, but he was just slightly off balance and couldn't get a throw away.
Just chill, Ravi, just chill out for a little longer. Decent over in the end, 9 from it. We're through 3, 23 without loss. measured start, steady start. Said earlier, you feel that dugout there is thinking we just need to really press on a little bit now in the remaining few overs of the power play. Hudson Prentice. Shot powered down the ground. You just feel now that they're not going to hold back. Sense they feel this is a big over they need.
Yeah, especially if you get a ball like that, 75 miles an hour, just on a length. And as you say, Delport will be looking at these 3 overs now. It's a slower ball, but these 3 overs to try and make the most of this power play.
Wonder whether the keeper can come up here as well. Keep him in the crease.
And well travelled. Hudson Prentice started at Sussex, then had a couple of years on the MCC ground staff, so Steve Kirby would have known him well because he was in charge of the MCC ground staff then, and he's now Derbyshire's bowling coach. So Hudson Prentice finds himself up north now.
Excellent variety, just trying to mix it up a little bit so the batsman can't settle, pick the length. Six of the last 8 finals been won by Midlands-based sides. Lovely shot. Beautiful shot.
That's how he started the over. The 2 boundaries have come off gorgeous straight drives from Cameron Delport, who's smoothly moved to 22 now from 15. His strike rate in the competition is around about the 170 mark, one of the highest in this year's Vitality Blast.
See there from that replay, that's why I'd have the keeper up. Just try and keep him in the crease. Another boundary. This is the over they were waiting for. They wanted a big over, they've got it. 14, 37 without loss.
Yeah, 3rd man and fine leg were up, but the 2 men out are square on the leg side, so that's left the options open for Delport down the ground, and he availed himself of that option 3 times in the over.
Right, back to Logan Van Beek, who's bowled 1 over for 9.
Yeah, Wesley's having to try something else because Derbyshire have essentially blocked off his strong area. There's 2 men out, 1 square on the leg side, 1 at cow corner pretty much. So he's having to look through the offside for his boundary.
Not a great note taker, Dominic Cork. Some of the coaches busily scribbling away. Thorpe is just taking it all in. All the plans will have all been discussed. Heaved away, in truth, is a little too short, and a bit of a gift.
It's a good combination, isn't it? Left hand, right hand. Delport, a real clogger, and has got that strike rate up now to the 170s we were talking about, and Wesley, who's got a touch of class.
Gets lucky. It's lucky again. Good bit of bowling. You can see there it was another cutter. It just stuck in the air. That's exactly what he bowled, and they're not easy to play on this surface. Well to reach that. It was very, very short, but they'll pick up another couple. Another decent over. So we're through 5:45 without loss.
Good start from Essex, 45 for none. 1 over left of the power play. The same in the first game. Both sides went off to good starts in the power play. Best time to bat. Hard ball, field in. Comes on to the bat more, so it's a good time to bat. Edged away. And that'll be 4 more. He's bossing it at the moment. Delport 35 from 19. Problem with the keeper coming up. Just on that ball, the keeper came up. You stay back, the chance of the nick. If you go up, it has to be a fine deflection.
Ball spin.
50 partnership, mainly down to Delport. Wesley's just knocked it around. See, he's just getting a little bit frenetic. Wesley, they've blocked off his leg side scoring areas. He's trying to shuffle across to off. What is going off out there? Seriously.
You're on 5 miles an hour. Just you up to 10.
Key and Truscothic are doing some kind of fitness regime. Bit late for that, lads. Or direct hit, he's struggling, surely misses. 3 stumps to aim at, misses. Now will Delport try and use these last 2 deliveries of the power play? He sure will. Leg side 4. All right, Looney, where have you been?
I've been sat here. I thought you were doing really well there. Well done. Good start, this. Really good start. Win the toss, batting first. It's a sluggish pitch. Got to box clever, haven't you, as a bowling side, and you've got to hit the pitch, but slowly.
Well, that's a rarity for Derbyshire. They usually take wickets in the power play. Not today. 56 for none.
My really good start is this. 8 4s, no 6s, but some assured shots. 10 and over gets 196. Just thinking back to that first game, it was a bit of a nipper. Get to 147. I still can't understand how Notts lost the game, but Worcester Rapids are in the final. Got to hit the pitch here. It's not a quick pitch. Just bowl it slowly.
Well, in that first semi-final, this is where the game started. The side that plays best in the power play. Power play done, and now it's knocking it around.
It was lovely being with you. I'm going to hand over to somebody else. I've done 1 over.
You're doing a 1 over.
It's an age thing, you see. I'm going to have a sit down again. Yeah. Hello, Butch.
Oh, my word. Oh, my gosh. Watch the running between the wickets. They're on the big screen as well. They're getting abuse from everyone in the Hollies.
If ever there was an advertisement for insurance, that was it.
Can't cover those two. Is that their pace? Is that as fast as they're going? Come on, Key, get going. Little chat, little stroll in the park. He's beating up in the paddock there, Rob. What's Tress got a jacket on for? Long on, safe. Nearly got over there.
David Hasselhoff, eat your heart out there on the right. Trez's dodgy little feet as well.
It was nearly a wide if he had left it. Massive cries from the Holly stand. They want their ball back. That cannot be safe.
Absolutely blowing.
Again, would have probably been a wide.
Well, they're livening up in the Holly stand. Finish of the first semi-final got them going. And there won't be any pulling them back from here.
Ball, Josh.
Just the 1 boundary for Wesley. Could be 2 here.
This is looking ominous for Derbyshire. Both teams very keen to bat first, put a score on the board on this dry surface. Rattling along at
Oh, that's
9
unlucky.
and over.
That bobbled on one of those wicket ends. Drags it leg side. There's a gap there at Cow Corner. He'll go for 4. Essex on the charge. 65 for none.
This is a priceless start, it really is. Tom Wesley, such a talented striker of the ball. Cameron Delport is a monster when he gets going. Strike rate already up in the 170s. Derbyshire need a breakthrough, and they need it fast.
Current rate gets him up to 186. That'll be a good score on here. Derbyshire need wickets. Spin the key. Spin to win on this surface. Moeen Ali in that first semi, 4 overs, 1 for 13. Critchley. What a leg spin. Who was it last year? Luke Wright, just about there. Gave the beach ball back. Look after it, lads, look after it. Reverse over that man. 4 more.
Absolutely rattling along here at the moment. Critchley has forced Delport into thinking about something different. Slightly edgy off the top half of the bat. And that flashes away for 4 as well.
And that'll be 50. As easy as you like. 50 and 28 deliveries. Stunning start for Delport.
Yeah, but better than his season strike rate of 171. Goes past the 400 run mark as well.
Delport can be very dangerous. Brilliant 100 already in the tournament against Surrey early on at Chelmsford. Smashed 100 in just 40-odd deliveries. Goes leg side towards the Hollies. 4 more. Now Derbyshire, what have you got right now?
Yeah, this is looking very, very bad indeed for the Derbyshire Falcons. First time of finals day. First time in the rarefied atmosphere of this knockout stage. The minute they're wilting.
Dragged down. Misses out there, Delport. They'll take the single. He'll keep the strike. 78 for none.
Well, blistering start from Delport. The ball is brand new and sliding onto the back. You want is a man out there who's going to muscle the ball down the ground. He did that with some style. Lovely little check drive over the bowler's head. Drop short, you get pulled. A little bit of fortune as well. But by and large, he's been in control and has this game in his control.
Won't be an easy pitch to start on, especially if spin's in play, so Delport and Wesley to a degree have to carry on. Be positive, be attacking. Make sure they make best use of this excellent start.
Yes, there we go.
Long off, should be taken, 50 and out, it is 50 and out. Derbyshire needed a wicket, they've got one.
Reese with the catch. Hughes, as he so often does, providing a breakthrough for his captain, Billy Godalming. And boy, did they need that. He's in top gear, Cameron Delport. There was no reining him in once he'd passed 50. And his first error provides his downfall. And yes, we're back in the game. 55 from 31 for Delport, 78 for 1.
Big thud on the pad there from Delport. He realised he's just opened the door for Derbyshire. Another very fine player comes to the crease, Dan Lawrence, on the back of a brilliant 100 against Surrey in the Championship.
Your lads have been beaten up on Surrey this year now. 360 runs in the blast for Dan Lawrence. Really good young player.
Come on, guys, and again, yeah, come on, good time for 2 viewings here, lads. 2 or not, yeah, why not? Come on. Go, guys. Ball. Brilliant, good ball.
Good news from the pod. Trescothick has survived the burst of fitness he's just done. Bad news from the pod, so has Rob Key.
Keep coming, come on. Down ball.
Gets it past extra, no. Fumble off the mark, Lawrence. Correction, Wesley.
Yes.
23 off 20. Good this from Hughes. 3 dots, a wicket. What do you reckon is par? Some that believe this pitch will get better as the day progresses.
Well, I think later, under the lights, when the dew comes in, then without any question, you can see it improving a great deal in this game. I just think that Essex have been very, very good. Derbyshire have been off the pace.
Oh, there, that's why, Critchy.
Some dots, that's why wickets are important. Get a wicket, suddenly dots come.
In answer to your question, I think you get 160, you're happy batting first on this surface as it is at the moment. Anything above that and you're ecstatic.
Come on. Good, Ralph. Very good.
Which tells you that the Eagles are well ahead of the game at the moment. Question is, can they maintain it, or will Derbyshire drag them back in?
Run and run, yeah, man, run and run.
Yeah, they've done their homework though, Derbyshire. These two predominantly leg side players, strong bottom hands, close grip. They're hiding the ball outside off stump. Gonna have to drag it from outside off. Out there, you can see that bottom hand taking over. Direct hit. They keep missing the stumps. Only one aim at there. It's 81 for 1. Plenty of batting to come. Wesley and Lawrence at the crease at the moment. Lawrence just arrived. Good shot. Fielding very good out there.
Newsdale down there in front of the Hollies.
Leg side, cow corner, 4.
Yep, time for Wesley to pick up where Cameron Delport left off. 2 really talented stroke makers at the crease now. Team are out there in front. Wesley gets that front foot a long way down the pitch and drags it into the leg side. Really good placement.
I think Critchley's got to be straight here. If you bowl outside off, you open up both sides.
Ball.
Offside with the extra cover and the slog sweep. It's okay the seamer's doing it out there, but as a spinner, if you go wide outside off, Wesley can go into out or he can drag you, slog sweep you. Got to go stump to stump, straight. There you go, outside off. Opens up the offside on this occasion. Good fielding.
Reckon you've seen this game before. It is wide. It does seem as though Critchley is just trying to keep the ball away from this leg side boundary. May prove to be a mistake.
You look at the best spinners nowadays. Nowadays they are stump to stump. The likes of Rashid Khan, etc. They bring LBW bowled, white ball 2020 cricketer spinners bowl it at the stump, straight, flat, with a bit of loop occasionally.
Yeah, and I guess the point is you don't know whether batsmen are going to be batting right or left-handed against you. You just got to be straight.
Good from Wesley and Lawrence. They've knocked it around nicely. 91 for 1 after 10.
Good time, you lad.
Oh, he's gone big here, Dan Lawrence. But it's fallen in front of the boundary. Well, I thought that had gone a lot further, Bumble.
Well, that must have hung in the wind. He absolutely nailed it. I thought that's going to sail into the hollies with all the melons and the beach balls and the bananas.
Yeah, hits the gap again, Wesley. Essex will be delighted with his position at the moment. Just the 1 wicket to have fallen. First time this season that Derbyshire haven't taken a wicket in the power play. They're looking to try and pull things back.
What does 10 and over get? 190.
Wide and taken. I'm not entirely sure if that was deliberate. Lawrence reaching for the ball. It's come out slower, 72 miles an hour, that one. Taking pace off. And it's an easy catch. Knuckleball.
Well, they needed that. The Falcons. Essex Eagles have got away in these first 10 overs, so they need to break partnerships, get a wicket, get a new batsman in. Wesley is 34. Carter is the new batsman as Dan Lawrence goes for 3, and it's 93 for 2.
Experience out in the middle. Best of 121 in 2020 cricket. Hughes to continue 2 wickets to his name. And Carter helping Essex to finals day. With an important partnership with Ravi Bipara up at Durham.
Had to stretch for it. Easy catch in the end. But they need wickets.
Ball. Class lad, 1 and round, young man.
You're right, Arthur.
Peaky Blinders. By order of. You look like Polly. You watch Peaky Blinders?
1 and round, young man, 1 and round.
I've just started this week. Trying to get into character.
You know what character Polly plays? Loves a drink.
Bald.
4 runs off the over, 95 for 2.
Run rate's dropped just below 9 and over. I keep looking at 10 and over. When you have 2 down, 9 overs to go. 10 and over, 185, big score. That lad isn't the most popular here. All these beach balls, he just takes them all, pops them and leaves them there. He gets booed. There's lots more. They've got plenty more.
Ball.
Lewis Rees into the attack. There's a lot around the wicket, looks to change up that angle, target the stumps. Yeah, where's Joffre when you need him? That ball's been confiscated quite a few times already today. Of course, for a biggie, Essex. Well, has he got any bat? No, it's been given. Doesn't think there's any bat involved, trapped in front.
Well, I think this is an off-cutter from around the wicket. Intelligent bowling. He did straighten a little bit, like an off-spinner. And it looks straight enough, Lewis Rees. It's a big help for the Falcons. Get another wicket, keep getting wickets. It's a danger, man. Ryan Tenders-Carter, not today, just a single, 96 for 3.
Well, this has been their real strength, Derbyshire. Out of the power play, the middle overs, they're economical, they take wickets. Lots of bowlers with a plan, skillful operators, not the quickest, but very skillful.
Well, on this surface, that's where you want to be. The real experienced player here, you can call him a finisher. Ravi Bopara rings out around the ground. He'll love this. 8 overs or so. Very accomplished cricketer.
First time this season he hasn't batted at 6. He's been in some good touch, Ravi Bopara, averaging 45, strike rate 170. Not bad.
Yeah, he's bowling cutters. It's telling everybody, take the pace off. Little cutters on this pitch. This is the wicket. He just holds. He just looked out.
The umpire's call on the decision. Good one in the end from Saggers. Bopara off the mark. Tom Wesley remains. Different role for him at the top of the order. No Varun Chopra operating in the middle order, and he's come up to the top with a different responsibility.
Balls. Very good, Lou. That's good finish, Lou. Good finish, lad.
What?
Have I missed something here?
Balls.
4 runs from the over then, a good one for Rees, 99 for 3. I think you're seeing things, Bumble. I know it's a long day.
I've gone delirious. Hey, that 10 and over's dropping. 179. Coming back into it.
Expect anything. The summer we've had. Shot. A real strength of Bapara's. Goes up and over extra cover. Bounce into the boundary. 400 up for Essex.
And as soon as he hit that, it started to fade. It's an outside edge, or he's moved his hands through the ball to get it fading in the air. Away from long off. Perfect, right in the gap.
He uses the knuckleball again. He generally goes wide of the off stump with that delivery. It's a brilliant shot, just waited on it. Picked the ball, just held his shot.
We're seeing Bapara with the bat. I should think he'll be perfect for this pitch with the ball.
Bald.
Works a lot on his offside game, very leg side dominant, Wesley.
Well, Ravi Bapara's 34 now. He's been a terrific player, he really has. Oh, he's good to watch. Stylish.
Whoa! Well, just.
Good again from Hughes, just dropping that pace. Yeah, this time an off cutter and a bit of grip.
It will on this pitch. I think it'll change for the final. When the lights come on and it gets a little bit cooler, be a bit of dew, it'll skid on.
Well, they're in a position to get to 8 and over. It's 163. Par score here this season, 165. But they have wickets in hand. They'll be able to push up past that 163, but we saw in that first game.
Ball, guys!
Worcestershire were able to defend under 160. 13 overs gone, 107 for 3.
Hughes, 4 overs, 7 dots, 24 runs and 2 wickets.
Important partnership for Essex. Wheat has been dropped down the order. Walter hasn't had much of a go this season, but he is a power hitter. So that's why these two will want to occupy the crease for as much as possible.
Brilliant, brilliant, Lou!
Interesting how a cricketer like Lewis Rees moved from Lancashire to Derbyshire and has developed this left-arm bowling. Probably mainly through 2020 cricket, but he bowls in red ball too.
Taken. Tries to change up the angle. He wanted to hit it a lot finer. And Rees is coming into this game. Derbyshire bringing it back.
Deploy the catcher. He knows he's in trouble there. He's not got nearly enough on it. They're just holding on, the Falcons, in the game. It looked as if it could have been 200. Then it dropped to 180. It's dropping all the time now. Just take wickets, get a new player in. A lot to do here. Bapara and Wheater together. 6 overs and a little bit to go. Lewis Rees now 8 deliveries, 2 for 4.
The perfect bowler for this surface. We saw Stephen Mullaney, Darren Mitchell in that first game. And this is beautifully played from Ravi Babara. The way he just opens the face of the bat, very deliberate, and he's got enough pace on it to go for 4.
Oh, just look at that, how he manoeuvres the ball. He's just eased it, caressed it down to third man. Misses Hughes.
Good running. And again, very deliberate, just the way he paced and timed the shot. Did you just say Mrs. Hughes?
No, I didn't mean Mrs. Hughes. I said it misses Hughes. It missed him. Hughes, not Mrs. Hughes. She's not on.
Two again. Again, the brilliance of the timing of the shot.
And the calmness, he knows exactly what he's doing there, just a tap. Just tickle it into the leg side. And he's ambled too, just ambled it.
A good finish for Rees. 8 runs from the over, 115 for 4.
Well, it's a good over, is this? Just take wickets. It's a big boundary. $115 for 4.
Couple of useful contributions from Wheater this season for Essex, but Babara's the man with plenty of experience. Wonder how Dominic Cork's feeling.
Well, I hope he's enjoying the day. That's Malloy behind him, isn't it?
Loved watching him bat.
Ball.
Spin back into the attack. Critchley's received a bit of treatment so far. Shot into space. Misfield. Manages to keep it inside. Yeah, but that was more against Cameron Delport, who took a liking to the leg spinner. That's the area for Wheater, going into out. It was an option for Tom Wesley when Critchley was bowling wide of the off stump to fetch it over the leg side.
Into his third over, Critchley, 0 for 26.
He's been generally very good in the middle overs for the Falcons. Good economy. Taken lots of wickets. Really important part of this bowling attack alongside Ravi Rampal.
Oh, you're kidding me.
I'm not entirely sure if he got something on that. Yeah, signalled byes. Done the keeper.
Did go for 4. Well, I think he's all right. Bashes into the boards. Let's have a look. I think he's all right. Rob Bailey will tell us. Okay, well done.
Ball. Very good, pitches.
15 overs done, 123 for 4.
For 4, 5 overs left. When does Ravi Bopara go through the gears? Bopara just having a look, really, trying to set it up for the last few overs. Question is when. Reese has not been easy. Pace off, as we keep saying all day, has not been easy to play. How are you feeling, Trez?
Good, mate. Very good. Strong. Must admit, I was a bit blown for a couple of minutes afterwards, though. Just needed a little sit down and just sort of gather my thoughts together. I was very worried. I thought I was going to break an ankle or something there. You know what my ankles are like. How have you stayed up there? How have you stayed up after that? I needed to go lower, didn't I?
Most of our lives as junior pros, and we finally made it to senior players, and we're back again being the juniors, having to do nonsense.
That's what happens,
like
isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, interesting. Can't believe you stayed up. I really don't.
If you're in the middle order in this game, on surfaces like this, actually, you just watch the openers have a bit of a day of it. You actually could be mistaken to think it's a belter of a surface. The ball's just skipping on. Coming in the middle order, it's not as easy. You've got to constantly readjust your score. All chance.
Oh, that's very close. Already we've seen a few opportunities for run-outs. Not yet managed to hit the stumps. I think this is gone if they had hit the stumps. You can definitely see it's a lot tougher, especially when you haven't faced a few deliveries. Just takes that little bit of time to adjust to the pace or the slowness off the pitch. And then ball was newer, seemed to skid on.
Just a hint of grip, even from the slower ball bowled into the surface. 16 overs done, 129 for 4. We spoke to a lot of the Essex players, or both teams actually, before this game, because they'd watch the Notts Worcester game. They were always talking, what do you think? What do you think's a good score? 150, 160. And the way that they're playing, that looks exactly what they think is a good score. The start they had, they could have been pushing up to 180. It looks like they'd take 160.
At some point they've made that decision, haven't they, to potentially they're going to have to drop down their expectations. The start was potentially better than what the pitch is actually playing, but is that because the ball's new, it's skidding on, they've just given it a roll at half-time?
I think as well that if they hadn't seen that first semi-final, they'd be playing in this way.
Well, that's a good debate. I'm not really sure whether the impact will be later on, whether it makes any difference as they get into the final, the third game of the day. And whether the dew from the evening will make any difference also.
A bit of leg spin. Critchley 3 overs, 0 for 28. And it's like now Wheater just wants to try and up the ante. Bopara likes to go over extra cover. We've seen a few great shots this year in the Blast from him, lifting the ball over extra cover.
Interesting change of the field. Different to what you'd normally expect.
Yeah, they've got that man in. Normally you have deep cover, then you have an extra cover in the circle. There's 3 men behind square. And the man out on the boundary there with a long off is very, very straight. It's quite a good feel for Bopara in particular.
Yeah, he's very, very good. Sort of opening the body, using the hands and the wrists and getting it over extra cover. Hits well down the ground, as we've seen him many a time. Quarter-final in particular, up at Durham.
Gets away with it. That's been called a no ball straight away.
Yeah, we see the back of the hand almost, whether it's a top spinner or a googly. Just losing control this time, Critchley. Haven't seen many bad ones from him. Interesting now with a free hit, a quick change of the field as the batsmen have changed ends. What are you going for here? Yorker, or are you going to go pace off?
I just think really tries to bowl as straight as he can. Pace off would be a brave ball.
Ball,
Went for the Yorker out the front of the hand.
Very good, Peter.
Those types are not on a surface like this where you're never sure if you're doing the right thing. Sit there, you think my strike rate's 120, Wheater's is 90. You could be doing absolutely the right thing, getting your side into a perfect position. You won't find out until the next innings is done. 137 for 4.
Just 3 overs to go. You'll see Ravi Bopara in particular will probably be looking here with the wind. Bigger scores. But it is starting to rev up here. The day going on the Hollies. Are you getting in there again, in Hollies later?
I just like how there's like 60-year-olds dressed in fancy dress.
Was it drink from the shoe or something you had to do last year, wasn't it?
Well, for 2 years running, the same bloke has just got me, and he's come up and he's tried to get me to drink a pint out of his shoe. Because I think that if you spill drink in the Holly stand, you have to do a fine of drinking a pint out of your shoe. I actually was in a bit of a quandary. He was so aggressive in a way. I wasn't sure if I actually should have done it and whether I get into trouble by the powers that be. Rampall. Tara wants 2.
Yeah, easy 2 as well. He ran between the wickets a little bit better than what we did on that travelator. All I know is I definitely came out on top, just like my acting yesterday.
The Peaky Blinders.
I have to say, Rob Key has watched the video back about 10 times today, constantly going, oh, look how good I was there. Look at the delay I put on that speech.
Method. A little bit of reverse swing. That's what we saw from Ravi Rampall at Bristol. That little bit of reverse swing made life so much tougher for the batsman. Tell you who knows about that, Ravi Bopara. He's not bad at bowling a bit of reverse swing.
I'm not surprised. It's how dry it is in and around squares. We talked about it in the first innings. But there would be a potential of a reverse swing as the day went on.
24 balls since the last boundary. I reckon now is the time. You build, you try and set a platform. Now's the time to really go. Certainly one of them. Reckon Wheater, this is the time. Try to give himself a bit of room, little bit of reverse swing, just cramps him again. Decent pace as well, 88 miles per hour. Doesn't look like he's bowling that quick.
Well, we've seen it across the day. I think there's a couple of bowlers. Pat Brown was getting up to sort of 86, 87. A couple of the Notts bowlers also going through. Luke Wood, I think, was getting up to 90 miles an hour.
Well, a soft dismissal in the end. He hung around Ravi Bopara, waiting for the moment. Well, we might just have a quick check of the front foot. If he has not slipped over that line, then Ravi Bopara, the hard work he has done, setting up an innings ready for fifth gear towards the end. No, that looks just fine.
Well, an important innings comes to an end. 27 for 23 for Ravi Bopara. Essex 141 for 5.
The problem is someone's bowling good death, good Yorkers. You start going to plan B. That time Ravi Bopara looked for the ramp, wasn't quite where he needed it, then tried to go onto the offside. Just ended up giving a simple catch. Paul Walter, Ravi Rampal just keeps on getting wickets in the blast this year. First wicket in the semi-final now. This is why Derbyshire have been a force this year, at the death in particular. Ravi Rampal has been outstanding.
Straight away, pace off. What are you taking from here, Rob? 160, 165?
I think 160 is a good score.
You can see Bopara just sort of angling to try and go over the keeper, over fine leg. Bopara. So, Rampal watching what he's doing all the time.
Well, missed field. Oh, does both of them. Not been great in the field, Derbyshire. Well, they run three. Rampal is not happy. 18 overs done, 145 for 5. Well, in case you heard some swearing through the stump mic, we apologise. I don't think the bowler was particularly happy with that bit of work. I think you take 160. 160 you think will be a decent score.
After the start they got, though, you just think, well, they should have got more, but maybe that's just ahead of where they should be. That 160 would be, what, 13 more than the first innings. We've got 2 overs left. We shall see. It's building anyway.
One thing's for sure, Derbyshire won't worry about 160.
Yeah, they continue with the pace off. It looks really hard to try and get after it now. Getting the time.
Out into the leg side. Again, no pace on that ball whatsoever. Barely got to Walter. These types of surfaces, like the last game, it's always a slow burner.
The World Cup final was the same. You're sort of watching it thinking, turgid pitch, not easy for batting. You often get a good finish from those surfaces. We've seen a few of them this year. Think of some of the games, the climaxes to some of the games this year.
It's kind of been just happening all the time, isn't it? The key moments. You're looking at the World Cup, you're looking at Headingley. Anything else we missed? Any other games? I know there have been some group games that have been pretty good, but
seen some extraordinary batting at times. Surrey and Bothams. You often sort of sit and watch and think, come on, play a few shots, let's up the ante, let's see something. Always have a good finish though. Up.
You can see the balls have just taken that little bit longer. This is hacked in the leg side, really going for big. Poor Water not really getting any of it.
Been a long time since the last boundary.
Big finish, Lou.
Bad onto pad and then just misses the off stump. 19 overs done. I think we're just going to have a look.
The keeper looks quite confident here, walking around. Maybe it's just the fact that he's walking to the other end.
Anyone for a man cut? What comes out there? Well, I tell you what, you said he was confident. Let's have a look at another angle.
Very close. The shadow here almost looks like he'd probably be okay, but we're going to need to look from the other side.
Very close. Would have understood if it had been given the other way. 19 overs done, 151 for 5. Well, that 150. So whatever all the talk, is that a good score, 150? That is what they have played for, really. They get just a few more. Ravi Rampal is not going to be easy to hit. Ball's really tailing in to the right hand or away from the left hand. Just see it there, it goes late as well. Brilliant bowling.
That is a beauty. Absolute right on the money. I think you'll see a mixture of Yorkers and then off-cutter slower balls as we've seen it grip already, but look at that tail. Almost creeping underneath the bat.
It's the thing, it's just how late it goes. Another change in the field, whether he wants third man back. Again, similar to what he had for Critchley, really. You have a third man up, backward point. Cover is now up in the circle. Does well, watches his feet, sees the dummy and then just follows him.
Well, 2 very good deliveries so far. Bowling to his field, all the fielders deep on the leg side. Going to make Paul Water hit into the wind. And there's complete change here now for Wheater. Everyone back on the leg side again. This time it's going to be with the wind, although it is a bigger boundary.
Beats cover. That's going to race away. There is nobody back there. He did well, Wheater. Knew he couldn't go aerial, really. Rampal's giving him nothing to work with.
Yeah, good batting. Giving himself that little bit of room. Crash it through the offside. Only missing the is marked by a matter of inches. He's at the first boundary in 37 deliveries.
And that's where his protection is. Everyone is back on the leg side. He's really tailing in. See what a difference it makes. You play with Azam Mahmood, who was excellent at bowling at the death. Part of the reason was because the ball reversed. They were so good with reverse swing.
Well, it doesn't always reverse, does it? You know, the best bowlers, you look, watch Malinga, Bumrah, you know, these guys, it doesn't always reverse.
More good running. You're right, you get that dry surface. Fielders who are aware as well want to throw the ball in the right way. You try and throw it in with like a flying saucer seam, so the rough side always lands on the hard square. Bowlers bowling a lot of cross seamers keep one side very dry. Well, then you get it to go. It's a real team effort to get it going. One person with damp hands can just ruin it. It's going to be a tame finish after a fast start to this innings. I reckon Essex will be happy with that. Talk about momentum in sport, it's debatable who's got it. Derbyshire came back into that after not being at their best, but the second part of the 20 overs is always harder. It has been so far today. We finish on 160 for 5. Game's in the balance.
Yeah, going to be right on the money. I think Essex will be fairly happy. Ravi Bopara, just walking past the pod a few minutes ago, said it was ragging. Clearly there's a bit of spin. They've got the best spin bowler in the country in County Championship. Simon Harmer got about 70 odd wickets already. Whether he has an impact here on T20, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, the captain Harmer will have something to say on this surface, not only with his captaincy, certainly with the ball, as you say, one of the best, if not the best spinner in red ball cricket in this country. That was it. Wesley played nicely along with Delport, muscled the ball for 55 from just 31. The start is going to be absolutely vital on this pitch. Ravi Bopara had a look, really, promised much, but just as he was about to go into 5th gear, he perished. Rampal, excellent as ever.
The bowlers, as we see, the pace-off was the real key there. Alex Hughes, obviously 2 for 24 from his very, very good bowling. Lewis Rees, 2 for 24 also. And Ravi Rampal, very, very special at the end.
So we will have the Falcons' reply after the break.
Welcome back to Blast Finals Day. We've got the final coming up. Worcestershire Rapids have made it through to that in a nail-biter that we saw a little earlier on against Nottinghamshire, winning by 1 run. That will be from 6:15 p.m. on Sky Sports Cricket. Who will they be playing against? Will it be Derbyshire or will it be Essex Eagles, who have made 160? Cameron Delport, top scorer with 55. Derbyshire managed to pull things back after a brilliant power play for the Eagles, 2 for 24 for Rees and Hughes as well. And Ravi Rampal good at the top and at the deck, as he has been right throughout this tournament. So the Falcons need 161 runs to win at 8.05 runs per over. Sun is still out here at Edgbaston. I've got Michael Atherton alongside me. Very warm, not as cold as you're making it look at the moment.
It's like freezing in the pod. We're out of the sun and a biting wind coming in and then boiling in the sun. You've got to have about 3 changes of wardrobe, as you do every time you come to the cricket.
All right, noted, noted. What about this score then? What are your thoughts on it?
Well, the first semi-final was 147. This is 160. You kind of think somewhere around about that mid-150s mark is a par score. And that innings went pretty much how you'd expect. The best time to bat is at the start, when the ball's coming on, first 6 overs, field up, must take advantage of the power play, and then it's going to get harder and harder and harder as you get a bit of reverse swing, a bit of pace off the ball, and everything just gets older and slower, and the boundaries become harder to score. So if we throw it forward to the second half of the game, the chasing side, Derbyshire, they've essentially got 4 players who've scored runs for them in this competition so far. Godleman, Masden, Rees and Duploy, and the others have either not had a chance, or when they have had a chance haven't really scored. So they'll be looking very much to those 4. But from the fielding side's perspective, even if the batting side get away to a flyer in those first 6 overs, hold your nerve, because it'll get harder. You can stay in the game, as we saw in that first semi-final.
The question is, do Essex have the bowlers in those middle overs?
Well, they've got a top-class off-spinner, obviously, in Harmer, who's probably the best spinner in the country, certainly in Championship cricket, you know, arguably in all cricket. They've got a left-arm spinner, young left-arm spinner, Nijar. It'll be an interesting day for him. And then bowlers who take pace off the balls, people like Bapara, will come into their own as you go through the game. Stay in the game. That's, I think, the answer when you're defending second half, because a team will look to get a flyer in the power play. Hold your nerve, stay in the game.
Just had a thumbs up from Dominic Cork, who's walked past us. How will he be feeling?
Well, I think he's enjoyed himself. He's taken this Derbyshire team to finals day for the first time. They're the last of the 18 counties to get here. And I can imagine, having played with Dom, he was a great cricketer to have on your side. On days like this, big days, you wanted him on your side rather than against you. He's a really competitive cricketer, and he's the kind of bloke that will instill these young Derbyshire cricketers with a bit of confidence. So I can imagine he's done a very good job. You know that Derbyshire, with their limited resources, have really focused in on white ball and T20 cricket this year, and some counties, because of those resources, have got to make their choices. So it's good to see Derbyshire here, and wish him well.
Talks about the spinners for Essex. I mentioned Bapara because the likes of Rees and Hughes have been very effective on this surface. Let's get to the second inning then. Will it be Essex? Will it be Derbyshire? Let's get to commentary. Marcus Trescothick is with Mark Butcher.
Thank you, Ish. See, the ground is looking spectacular this time of day. The sun is out. It's been great cricket so far. Pitch has shown a little bit of wear and a little bit of turn as we've gone on. But what do we have? Do we have a good total on their hands? Essex 160 from their 20 overs. I reckon might be in a decent position. But we will see. It's going to unfold as we go along. Nicholas.
Yeah, you'd say they will be the happier of the 2 sides at the moment. Question really for Dominic Cork, and Mal Loy has done a brilliant job with the batsmen. They have 3 or 4 form players. What we haven't really seen so far is one of those top order really going on, getting a 70 or an 80. You feel if one of them can do that, then it might be slightly different chasing. But those 2 there have done a brilliant job. He's done a good one too.
Yeah, I reckon he might be feeling a little bit more anxious. He's been very calm and collected. Chatting to him at the start of the day, he was very happy to be around. Obviously asking plenty of questions, trying to get all the information. Been here, watched both games. But it should be very different.
Yeah, they've also got an attack, you'd say, Essex, that should complement the surface. They'll know that taking the pace off, and they'll know that, well, they've already picked an extra spinner. No Adam Zampa today, but replaced by Aaron Nijar, who's playing just his first game of the competition. He's only playing his second of all time. He played 1 last year. So that just tells you what the sides are thinking about this surface.
Oh, Taunton boy, Lewis Rees, born in Taunton. I know for sure these 2 as an opening partnership can be very, very aggressive. We saw in the quarter-final. Oh, it's Nick's first ball. It's going to go for 4, and it has done. There you go, off to a flyer.
That's the advantage, isn't it? 2 openers here. No slips in place, and off with a boundary. Not where intended, clearly, but he'll take it, of course.
Porter is a wonderful bowler to left-handers, that is for sure. I've faced him many a time. Always caused me a lot of trouble. Just tends to nip it across. You're thinking maybe that slip might be useful. Reese down the wicket. And that's just carved on, whacked away out the deep mid-wicket. Another boundary.
Quite a nice time to be an opener, isn't it? Because you would have been sent out there by your coach and your captain saying, just get on with it. Just get on with it in those first 5 or 6 overs. And you can see from that shot, it's quite a simple plan.
Yeah, it was pretty clear. I think we've seen already from the first innings, you have to be aggressive in that first power play. Get as many runs as you can. It's only going to get harder. Oh, that's whacked again. It's going to go all the way into the crowd. 4, 4 and 6.
Yeah, and rewarded Trez for using his feet the ball before. A lot of bowlers will say, OK, I've got to bang it in the pitch a little harder. That's what he does, and he sits back this time, and you can see he just helps it on its way. It's clever batting.
Well, from watching Lewis Rees before, I would say this is his biggest strength. Sort of seems to pick up from just slightly back of a length. Looking square of the wicket generally. Porter under pressure here. Down the wicket again. Oh, it's flicked the captor, flicked the bowler and flicked the umpire. Not sure it has really much chance of a caught and bowl, but it's another single.
Well, I think technically it was, but it was hit so firmly you can't really blame Jamie Porter. Cool.
It's all happening. 4 balls gone. Plenty of action here so far. Skipper Billy Godderman has experience of playing other finals day with other clubs. He's down the wicket straight away, going after. The only man of the Derbyshire side with experience, but what will he do? What did he try and do? I've been watching in that quarter-final. You remember watching and just running at every delivery, trying to hack it wherever he could. Got off to a fantastic start.
Just wonder whether the keeper can come up again. The keeper can come up, try and keep him in the crease.
It's gone again. Misses this time. It's a decent start. Rees 15 from the over. Godderman off the mark. It's 15 for no wicket. Not good first over. I think you'd be fairly happy with that. 15 from it. See more of what you can in the next 5. Aaron Beard coming in for the second over of the innings. More pace on, whether he'll go pace off, I'm interested to see. Another run down the wicket. Happy with this start, Nick? How they're playing, 2 left-handers?
We'd be playing exactly the same way, wouldn't we?
I reckon we'd be having a go.
I'd be running down and missing it, and you'd be clonking it for 4. It'd be something like that anyway. And Lewis Rees is doing it pretty well. Just putting pressure on the bowlers. They're running back there to their mark, thinking, where do I bowl the next one?
It's clubbed away, wide and mid-on, over the top. Another boundary. See, just rolling his fingers down the side of the ball for Beard. Didn't get all of it out, Lewis Rees, but enough of it. This is off to a flyer, 19 from just 6 deliveries. Change in the field. Long on is going to drop back. And mid-wicket also comes into play. Can be dangerous. Has to go pace off. Nicked. Oh, what a great catch that is. Wheater diving one-handed. What a beauty.
You're right, it's a brilliant catch. Absolutely brilliant. He went a little fuller this time, and therefore the edge. It was another cutter. But he had a lot of work to do there, Adam Wheater. That is a great, great catch, particularly when your bowler and your team are under pressure. Lewis Rees had looked in great touch. He was off to a flyer, 19 from just 7 deliveries. But he has to go. Yeah, you can see he was aiming something violent through the offside. But 19 from 7, 19 for 1.
All right, back on it. The main man at the crease, Wayne Madsen. Stands very much like a Steve Smith, very straight on.
Well, you're right. I mean, the years we played against Derby and the years you played against Derbyshire, you feel that whilst that's an important dismissal because he's in good form, you really feel that the Madsen wicket is the key wicket. Perhaps the type of player that can score 70, 75 and see your side through on a run chase like this.
Good start. Good start from the bowler. Very happy with the wicket already in the over. 2 very good balls at Madsen. Try and keep him on naught as long as possible. Build the pressure, build the dot balls. Worked away leg side, he's beaten mid-on. Pushing hard for 2 and they'll get 2. It's a better over from the Essex Eagles point of view. It's 21 for 1. Good look at the card from the day so far. Cameron Delport, very, very entertaining in the first power play. An opening partnership with Tom Wesley. Very, very destructive, but then the bowler's got a bit more of a grip on the game. Lewis Rees, Alex Hughes, and Ravi Rampal at the back end with a bit of reverse and a few off-cutters. And James Porter back in for his second over, 15 from his first. Worked away fine for 4. Not a great delivery.
Handy that, and for a left-hander, handy, just on the pads, don't have to really do anything, just get a connection. Just drifts onto the pads.
Well, it was a change of plan for Godderman's point of view. The previous deliveries, and very often at the top of the order, he just runs down the pitch, looking to swing the ball away. This time sat down deep into his crease. That's a lovely shot. For all the crash and the bang that we see, that is just wonderful.
Yeah, we've seen some good shots today. We haven't seen too many better than that. Problem slightly for Porter's the field. It's very dominated by the left side. He's got a fielder at deep mid-wicket, so he wants the ball straight. Deep fielders at long on. That's why that leg side ball was just drifting down. He helped it on its way for 4 because Porter can't bowl outside off stump really. He's got no cover.
Would you not want him to be taking pace off, though? I know he's obviously opening bowler. They're very much used to running up with a new ball, hitting the seam. You've got to nick first ball. Do you go to pace off straight away?
Yeah, don't you? Well, we talk as batsmen here. What do you want least?
Yeah, you'd want pace on as much as
pace on. Yeah.
This one tucks him up. Yeah, absolutely right. You want as much pace on a pitch that is gripping. You want someone to bowl full straight in particular, so you can just free your hands and let it rip. As we've seen, Beard is very much the opposite to what Porter has done. Taken the pace off, got the wicket.
Again, you get a guide from the field. They've got deep mid-wicket, deep square, so he has to be on the pad, so he can't be outside of stump. Gets away with it because of the length.
It's well bowled. Whether he's seen him coming down the pitch, I'm not sure, but definitely into it. Let it grip. You can see the extra bounce that it creates. Running your fingers down the side of the ball. Madsen just finding his way. 6 deliveries so far, only managing to get 2. Derby 30 for 1. Yeah, so 3 overs, 30 runs. I think they'll be fairly pleased with it. Little attacking little spell, 19 from just 7 deliveries from Lewis Rees, who is sat back on the dugout. So here we go. We've talked a lot about him. Taken plenty of wickets in Championship cricket this season. Simon Harmer, very, very fine off-break bowler. Straight away you can see, has it bowled him? We think it has. That's an absolute beauty. What a first delivery, Nick.
Absolutely. Just looked like it clipped the top of off stump. Billy Godderman just trying to give himself a little bit of room so he could access the offside, but the bite there off the surface. Top of off stump, top of middle, perfect delivery, no looseners from Simon Harmer, straight into his work. Brave decision to bowl in the power play, but a good one. So Billy Godderman, the captain, couldn't quite get going today. 9 from 6, 30 for 2.
Well, this could be where the game is. You can see the powerhouse, the experience of Essex cricket getting together, but this man in particular on screen, a wonderful bowler. Continues to let them fly like that delivery. Could be a quick game, but this lad's a fine player. Lias Deploy. Been a big player for them over the course of the season. New into domestic cricket in England. Another left-hander, which I'm sure Harmer will be very happy about.
What this does and the way Harmer's bowling here in the conditions that we're seeing, a lot of talk about the pitch. You see there definitely more bite than we've seen off the surface.
Oh, it's down the wicket. I've seen it a couple of times from left-handers. Dan Lawrence just scooping up on the boundary.
What about the toss for the final? What do you do at the toss? Because your natural instinct from what you've seen in the 2 semi-finals is, yeah, I'll have a bat first, runs on the board, but under lights might just skid on. It's a bit of a gamble.
Oh, that's spun again. Umpires are interested. We're going to have a little look. Well, that's no problems at all. No, I think he's okay. It's a good bit of work, though. Quick bit of work from Wheater. Already seen a brilliant catch. That one is not out.
That does pretty well there. Like he'd completely fallen over, lost his balance, does well to keep that back leg in. Harmer won't mind that the left hand is sinking leg side either.
Let's see again, just a little bit of bite. He's trying to hit it almost to mid-on.
Just getting the fielders behind square on the offside in the right place. Very good reverse sweeper.
Yes, right.
Well, that's swept away. Another good over for Essex. 34 for 2. Just trying to look at how they're going to build on the rest of their innings. See a good start for Lewis Rees, very aggressive at the top of the order, but gradually as the Essex bowlers have taken the pace off and with a little bit of spin from Harmer, it's got harder and harder.
Go back to what we said right at the start, one of these two now. Those that have been in the runs in the competition, one of them's got to get a 70 or something like that. It's going to be very hard otherwise.
Looks like another introduction for spin, Aaron Nidger. Left arm spinner. Does have a little bit of a mystery ball, like almost like a bit of a doosra. And swept away Madsen. Very, very strong in that area. There's 4 more.
Yeah, sweeper, reverse sweeper. This will test Nidjar, who's just playing his first game in the competition, and that is down purely to the conditions. Should suit him.
Oh, that's whacked away. That's a big shot into the crowd. What a wonderful shot. Wayne Madsen, 4 then a 6.
He's a very fine player and has been for quite some time. He's going to need to play a very fine innings here to get his side over the line, but it's a pretty handy start.
Oh, changing the field. Just to see where Madsen goes. Can he keep the pressure on? So almost, looks to me, Nick, is almost, if you try and knock it around, it looks really tricky, where you go big, you can hit through the pace of it almost.
Yeah, almost muscle it away rather than try and time it.
Swept away again. That's 4 more. Difficult here for Nidjar. Very tough to come in with your first game into this pressure environment.
That's why the way he's playing is so crucial. I reckon he said, right, this lad's going to be a little nervous. He's playing his first game of the competition in such a key moment. I'm not going to let him settle, and he hasn't settled yet. He knows it's going to be a little tougher at the other end with Harmer.
Well, there you go. It's been a brilliant over so far from Madsen, but that is a big surprise. And Essex Eagles are over the moon.
Well, it's a little quicker. Looks like he fired into the pitch a little quicker and a no turn. And Madsen cannot believe that he's misjudged that. A lot of credit, though, to Nidjar. Not easy. He was tonked in the early part of the over, but he's held his nerve. Real problems now for Derbyshire. Madsen, the dangerous Madsen, has gone for 17. 48 for 3.
Hold it, lads. 2. There's 1 ball to come.
So Alex Hughes comes to the crease. A bit of work to do. And they need to build a partnership while still trying to go after the bowling here. The crucial time. The pressure on the new man. Bowling here. Bit of spin, bit of pace off.
Oh, beautiful, Nick.
That's nicely done. It's a decent finish for Nidja. Derbyshire 48 for 3.
They're doing well in terms of runs, Derbyshire, but they've lost 3 wickets. Ravi Bopara entrusted with the final over of the power play. Essex in a very strong position here, moving the top 3 run scorers for Derbyshire. They've been so good right throughout the blast. Need another hero now.
Do they ever, Ish? Billy Godalming, Wayne Madsen, and Lewis Rees all back in the pavilion. 11 50s in the blast between them. Leah's deploy is the last of their heavy run scorers left out there.
Canny operator Ravi Bopara. We've seen bowlers very similar to him right throughout today. They've been very successful. Just the nature of the wicket, cutters, knuckleballs. Starting to grip as well.
Some sharp hairdos there, Ish. Crowd's been in good humour this afternoon. Ravi Bopara getting his customary signature song from him.
Great shot. What a way to get off the mark. 50 up.
Well, they're up with the rate. That's the good thing for Derbyshire. Hughes has come in and played a beautiful back cut just behind point, in front of the man, position there on the offside. The power needs to be straighter.
Yep, all sorts in the Ollie stand. Tribute to Bumble. Don't bowl there to Hughes. Any sort of width, he's going to cut you away.
Just inches away from the diving fielder at backward point. It's close to off stump. Hughes has given himself that bit of room. Putting the pressure back onto Ravi Bopara.
Nearly gets it through again. Length has to be key as well. The previous 4 gave himself the room, but it's the length that allowed him to play it as square as he did.
You wave your palms at me. Indian summer here at Edgbaston. Hearing it's coming to an end tomorrow. Enjoy it while you can.
Yep, just while I'm about to go on holiday, Butch. Thanks for that. I'm just thinking more about the Somerset-Essex game this week at Taunton. Power play done then. 59 for 3.
Well, Derbyshire will be happy with the rate, and Essex will be absolutely delighted with the 3 wickets that they've taken. Godalming and Lewis Rees got them off to a muscular start, but this from Adam Wheater was world class. Aaron Beard taking the edge of Godalman's bat. Then Simon Harmer came in and completely bamboozled Billy Godalman. This from Nijar is a huge blow. Wayne Madsen, such a fine player, but no longer able to take any part in this semi-final. That's the end of the power play. We're into the second phase.
Well, he's done well to get away with that, Nijar. Just think about the pressure he's under, 24 years of age, his first T20 this season coming in for Adam Zampa, who had to return to Australia for the domestic season out there.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition, least of all at Edgbaston. It's a torturous time for Derbyshire fans right now in their first semi-final.
Beautiful, Harmy. Beautiful boy. Gets harder, lads, eh? Taking poles here. Poles, lads.
Decent football skills, Butch.
4 and 5, lads. One mistake here. One mistake, lads.
It's gone out of the game, hasn't it, the slide tackle. Can't touch him from behind anymore.
Oh, Nidge, skills, boy. Skills, Nidgy.
Quite right, too. Been to the place you get your Barnet damage.
You could do with a ready-made Barnet. Do you know how long it takes?
Well, I reckon they just lob it on and wander off.
No, you don't know how long it takes.
I've heard about hair.
Well, you can be adventurous with your beard at least. 65 for 3. Neck and neck in terms of runs in this second semi-final. Derbyshire have lost 3 wickets though. Hughes has got off to a good start. Need a partnership. Impact outside the line.
No, David Milnes is not impressed. Just wondering if it snuck between bat and pad and maybe struck him on the back pad, but nothing doing. Harmer looking dangerous.
Speaking to Tender Scarter about Harmer and how he's really developed his T20 game in terms of the pace he bowls, the trajectory as well compared to the championship arena. Having to be a bit flatter, not allow batters to get underneath you.
Brilliant work from Wheater again behind the stumps. He's been eye-catching.
No, not too
Keeper
much.
who had to leave Essex.
Bowled him, and what a beauty it is from the captain.
That's magnificent. What a delivery that is. The ball just seemed to hover and tease Deploy, who was just groping forward for it, hoping that the ball would find the bat. It dipped, it bit, it turned and clipped the outside of off stump. Doesn't get much better than that.
Couple of dream deliveries for Harmer. He's in the game. Deploy goes for 9, 66 for 4. Gone again, 2 and 2. Simon Harmer on fire.
Oh, Anuj Dal walked to the crease, scratched out his guard, and then waltzed past one. It's excellent bowling again from Harmer. He's got 2 in 2. And you can feel the dream slipping away for Derbyshire. Dal goes for a first bowler at 66 for 5 now.
Yes, some excellent bowling. Bit of turn on offer. He's got the pace on the ball. So Simon Harmer on a hat-trick. 3 for 5 into his second over.
Well, conditions tailor-made for a bowler of his quality.
Hat-trick ball. And he's off the mark, Critchley. What an over for Essex, what an over for the captain. 67 for 5.
Well, that is just a magnificent piece of bowling. It really is. No wonder he was pleased with himself. Dal made it easier for him. No chance to dip his bread. Mr. Dal, he goes for a golden. And Harmer, well, he's in total control out there.
You're just coming out with them left, right and centre, aren't you, Butch? Keep it going. Don't use them all up, we need them for the final. Derbyshire. .67 for 5. They need something. They need something from Critchley and Hughes. Stranger things have happened, Butch, this summer.
This summer they have, yeah. You're right.
Have me up.
Seen some incredible finishes, not least the one in the first semi-final. Worcestershire somehow clinging on to their dream of being the first team to defend the title in the Blast. At the moment, though, you can't see it coming for Derbyshire. But 2019 has taught us anything. Don't write anything off.
Well bowled. Dropped the pace right down on that occasion. 61 miles an hour.
Another look at that delivery from Ravi Bopara, Alex. Did it just clip the top of the stump? There was a noise as it went over the stump there. Won't be the first time we've seen that this year either. Am I going mad?
Bumble's going mad, you're going mad.
Bumble is mad.
6 and 7 here. One for the bowlers, boys.
Nowhere near it.
One mistake
The
from
barest
bowlers,
of
lads.
margins.
Got to say though, Rish, talk about the miraculous summer we've had. This will beat the lot if Derbyshire get up from here. 5 down. The rate's still within reach. Pitch is not playing ball in terms of free-flowing stroke play.
Yeah, hit me.
A good over for Ravi Bopara to back up the one from Simon Harmer, 71 for 5.
Worth having a look at Simon Harmer. 3 for 6 he's got from 2 overs. Glorious stuff. That's why, baby, indeed.
6 and 7, one mistake, lads.
I think he's got something on this. Yes, it will race away. Too much turn on that occasion. The only delivery which the line has been wrong.
Oh! Good, Jim. Excellent, Jim.
I think the camera's drunk. Camera's been down to the Holly stand.
Run DMC sat next to Kiss and Guns N' Roses up there.
Yeah, Slash was in the house a bit earlier on the guitar. Be interesting to see how this pitch changes when the lights come on a little bit later. It's 4 o'clock now.
It's just going to be the dew, isn't it? That's going to be the key. And you've got to be a very brave captain to win the toss and decide to chase, given what we've seen. However, the matches, all of the matches that we saw, the quarterfinals, all the matches in late August, day-night games, batting second was so much easier than batting first. It's going to be a tricky decision, whoever wins that toss in the final. 10 gone, 78 for 5.
And the second stage, Essex Eagles were 91 for 1. Derbyshire Falcons have got 83 to 1 from 60 balls.
Yeah, serious problems for Derbyshire. Wickets and that graph going in the wrong direction. That's the effect of Simon Harmer. 3 overs, 3 for 13. What an impact Harmer's had, not only in this game, but in the last few seasons for Essex in red ball cricket. Hasn't been quite as good in white ball cricket. He has been today.
I was thinking the other day when Harmer's literally just every time in the second inning, especially at Chelmsford, he is getting fifes. You think of the sides that have been dominant in county cricket, it's always the spinner generally. Look at when Sussex was strong, Mushtaq Ahmed. Surrey when they had all those great players, but they also had Saqlain Mushtaq. Essex look favourites at the moment. Anything can happen next week, but look favourites along with Harmer to take another championship.
Hey! Gone. Good for Nijar with his confidence as well. He was expensive in his first few deliveries, but he's come back well. He has two for.
Yeah, lovely flight as well with this ball. Gets it up above the eye line. Does him in the flight in the end. Get on a turning pitch, you just got to keep it ticking over as best you can. Scrape every single run, otherwise you get block, and you have a big hoy into the leg side and get out like that. Critchley goes for 5, 81 for 6. Darren Smith. Oh, with an absolute mountain to climb. So when Essex were batting, they were smart. Bopara, Wheater didn't play any reckless shots, just chipped away.
Yes.
Bopara, we're so used to seeing him the last 5 overs when he's batting of trying to smash the ball everywhere. Not the case. This was the slog sweep missed.
Yeah, better from Nijar. You look at the way Essex have bowled compared to Critchley. Essex have gone stump to stump straight. A lot of spinners getting bowled. Nijar's got 2, Harmer's got 2 or 3. Bowl at the stumps there again. Critchley chucked it up outside off stump. That's old school. 82 for 6.
Especially the odd one spinning, the odd one not, makes it even tougher. In T20 cricket, there is never a time to bowl wide of the off stump as a leg spinner. You just give the batsman the angles they're desperately craving, take the risk away from them. And there's a, not 27, doesn't look that impressive, but Bopara, after they lost a few wickets, reined it in, got them up to the score.
Yeah, 2 frontline spinners used, and why wouldn't you go to a bit of part-time spin as well? They got Lawrence, they got Wesley, got Bopara bowling his little cutters. Good surface for Essex this. Plenty of pace-off options. Lawrence tends to bowl round the wicket. Quad action, a little bit of a hop, skip and a jump.
One of those lads who bowls off the wrong leg. Remember you play like under 11s, there's always some kid who always bowls just slightly off the wrong foot.
Nightmare to face, wouldn't they? You never know when the ball's coming down. Not quite Mike Proctor all those years ago.
Well, that gripped. Oh, that pretty quick as well, into the surface.
Yeah, you've got to debate this pitch, haven't you, Rob, for a finals day? I know groundsmen are under pressure. A lot of cricket going late into September.
No, man.
Slog sweep, leg side. That's the problem when you get outside off. It opens up both sides. All 5 of those would have gone straight on and hit the stumps. All 5 wickets for the spinners have been bowled. Reverse, doesn't get it past the man. Run out chance. Non-striker's end, wrong end.
Tried the reverse sweep. Real mix-up. Just needed a bit of communication.
Yeah, bowlers. Someone needs to shout bowlers. I don't know. I don't think so. Just on the angle. Don't think it gripped enough to come back in.
This is a problem again. You're just going for big shots. And then the sweep shot, all right, it's not a complete swipe. Somehow you've got to try and get up the other end. Get the scoreboard going.
Get it close. You just never know, as we saw in the first semi. Get it close. Take the game deep. Good from Lawrence. Look at that from his first over. Just 3 from it. 85 for 6.
Often as well, when batsmen are struggling on a surface like this, they look for that big shot. But in theory, that's going to be harder to play, harder to connect with. So you get yourself an even more of a hole. Be better off actually just looking, do you know what, I'm just going to try and play a few normal cricket shots. Try and get used to it somehow. Not that far behind as far as runs. I know the wickets are a massive problem. Somehow they just got to get something going.
Stunning day. Everyone was worried with such a late finals day. What would the weather be like? Would it go into Sunday? No chance. Cracking weather.
Yes!
Yeah, I showed you the pitch map of the spinners. There you go, the beehive. 5 wickets, 5 bowls. Bowl at the stumps. All gone. Beautifully bowled. Left arm spinners, dream delivery. Bit of drift in, a bit of dip. Past the outside edge.
Derbyshire's problem in this game, not just the spin that they've had to contend with. They've relied a lot this year in the blast. As good as they've been on the top 4, they are all gone now. Hughes now goes for 23, 27 balls he ended up facing. 86 for 7.
Eight lads, 8 here, 8 boys.
Nijar to continue. Been a good comeback from the left arm spinner. His first 4 deliveries went for 14. Since then he has 3 for 12. Here is the 3rd.
Ever since Cookie did you with that bat, you've really done your T's, haven't you?
Haven't you got more in your life to worry about, whether I pronounce my T's or not?
You just said 14.
Seriously. Nijar is done. Just 26 runs off the batter. 88 for 7.
Oh, you're absolutely right. What you said earlier, Great pitch for Essex, this. I wonder if it just skids on a little bit in the final. They're surely going to be there, but you have plenty of options. Plenty of options for this surface.
Only way is Essex, Rob. It's it past extra, but the sweeper should cut that off.
What do you do at the toss in the final?
Runs on the board in a final. Is it going to change that much? Is it suddenly going to skid on and be an absolute belter, due maybe for the spinners holding a wet ball?
I think it will play better in the final than it has done for these two games.
I think so, yeah. I think it'll skid on a bit better.
Bit.
You've got me now. I've got the yips. But in a final, as we saw from that first semi, just you'd end up choking a little bit. Get runs on the board, and then over to you on a pitch that will still spin, surely.
Hey!
Oh, yeah, another one. Bowl straight. Spinners, bowl straight, hit the stumps. Essex all over Derbyshire.
Yeah, just too easy for them at the moment. Been a mismatch in truth ever since they got that score. Ever since they got off to the start they did with Delport with the bat. Hudson Prentice has a swing and a miss, as many of them have done. Goes for 1, 91 for 8.
Well, it was what you were concerned about, as what Dominic Cork was probably concerned about. He wanted more from his team than just to make up the numbers in finals day. He wanted them to put on a real performance, but 160 on here is a very good score. You can see from the way they went out on that power play, he realised they needed to get ahead of the curve, but they lost wickets as well. So disappointment at the moment, still a chance, but just 2 wickets needed now for Essex. This stage they were 111 for 4. Just what I need. Van Beek coming in. On key with Van Beek in the middle.
Just know you're in trouble when someone's got a bat you've never even heard of the make.
Another over ticks by, another good over from Lawrence. He has figures of 2 overs, 1 for 7, 92 for 8. Spin to win. Essex, Harmer 3, Nijar 3, Lawrence 1. As ever, great atmosphere at Edgbaston finals day. They put on a good show. Any mileage at all in changing your side? I don't know Essex have any other spin options, but I never understand why on a pitch like this you wouldn't just go as many spinners. You know, Worcester Get someone up the M5 that bowls spin, change it.
Well, that's the problem. Do you have any more up your sleeve? I think Essex, actually, the balance of their side for this surface is pretty good. Question is, you could just go, actually, not even bother with Porter and Beard at the start.
I mean, obviously different in the power play, slightly harder, even though Harmer did it, slightly harder to bowl spin, only 2 out. But when you see the effect of spin today, I wonder if Worcestershire are thinking, can we get another one in?
What did Moeen Ali go for? 14 in that game?
Yeah.
You feel then they're going for people like Daryl Mitchell, not a spinner, someone just bowls real mediums. We've been here before, though. I reckon the year that Lancashire won it. At the stumps. Well, sure, if Lawrence knows what's happened there, whether he's hit the stumps, whether the ball's hit the stumps, well, we're going to have a look. Big screen will say not out. I reckon it spun right in the semi-finals. It really spun, and then Nick Knight went out, did a thing about how do you play spin on a surface like this for the final, and actually then it skipped on a little bit and became a bit better.
Going nowhere here, Derbyshire, 96 for 8.
The skipper of the Rapids keeping a beady eye on things here, the second semi-final. The way it's gone will simply have confirmed what he knew from that first semi, that don't set your sights too high if you're batting first, stay in the game, spin, very important. It's nicely swept from Smith. It's gone fine for 4. There's still 4.5 overs left. It's a desperate chase with 61 more required.
Well, you can't draw. Got 2 wickets left. 100 on the board in the 16th.
I don't actually quibble with the way Derbyshire have gone about it, actually. People will say, did they go too hard at the top? I think, given the way the conditions are, you've got to try and take advantage of the power play at least.
Yeah, first 6 overs, but play spin better. I'm not sure they played spin well at all.
Wow, I like a bit of that. Talking about playing spin, a skip down the pitch and hit it a long way down the ground.
Well, that's a lovely shot. Get to the pitch of the ball. Smart footwork. Yeah, he's a spin bowler. There's lots of spin balls. They're allowed to spin it. Deal with it.
That's a long way, that. It's a big stand, the new stand here at Edgbaston. That was into the middle tier.
Get there, kid.
Game that appeared to be going one way, the first semi-final. We ended up with a thriller. Wonder whether we can have a bit in this second game as well. How far did this go? I reckon it went a long way. It did, 94 metres. The biggest of the day?
Dan Christian hit a whopper.
Ramsbottom boy, you know, Darren Smith, Bumble.
Pro.
He captains Ramsbottom, or at least he will next year.
Catch it.
Top edge, but safe enough. It's going to spin. 108 for 8. Last over went for 13. Need a bit more of that over the next 4 overs for Derbyshire to get close. Cameron Delport, who got Essex off to a decent start, going to get his first bowl. How would you describe that? Very gentle. Very gentle.
They've sussed it. Essex just bowls slow. He's a dobber. Bit of dob. Just not giving batsmen, and these are lower order batsmen, just any pace. No pace to work with. Feet up, 1-1-1. Look at Ravi there. Ravi Rampal. He ain't looking for quick singles.
Line here. Skills, Camo, skills, pal.
Very hard to find the boundary. And boundaries are what Derbyshire need.
Well, come round to the final, that'll be something, a conundrum for the captains. How much spin, slow bowling.
10 lads, 9 and 10 here.
And what do? You'd want to bat first, but what are the effects of the lights later on? Yeah, squeezes that to the fence. So welcome boundary to end that over from Cameron Delport. It's gone for 9. It's not enough. 118 for 8.
Well, have they got something? Smith and Van Beek, have they got a 20 over in them? Need a massive over. It's got to be right now. Bit of wallop, bit of crash bang wallop.
Well, I think Harmer has sensed that. He sensed what you said there, Bumble. At the moment is nigh for a big over, so he's brought himself on. He's been the outstanding bowler. 3 for 13. He's going to take the responsibility. And take the responsibility he does. 3 for 13 becomes 4 for 13. Outstanding figures.
Just Ravi Rampal to come then, as he makes his way out. Reverse sweep. There are 2 fielders there. 2 fielders behind point. You'll win the lottery if you get it through there. And Smith goes for 19. It's 118 for 9.
what an afternoon he's having so far. Captain of Essex, looks like he's going to lead his team into the final. He's got 4 for 13 himself. We've never had a 5 for on finals day. He'll never have a better chance with Ravi Rampal to the crease. And a slip in for the left-hander. For Harmer to pick up his 5 for.
Well, he's got every chance.
Speak really highly of him. He's got over 200 wickets in the championship over 3 seasons. Maybe his white ball stats have not been quite so outstanding, but he's spoken of as the outstanding spinner in the game as Rampal swings high, and he swings well.
Well, that's another whopper, way back. You'll see all the supporters, spectators straining the necks to see how far that's gone. Be a good catch in the crowd, will this?
One more, Harvey, one more in. One more straight up here, boys.
2 balls left for Harmer to get his 5 for.
Well, it's his first 4 for in the competition, so he's got 1 ball left. Ravi Rampal.
End of Harmer. 4 excellent overs, excellent figures. 4 for 19 for him.
Well, that last over there, just a wicket from the first delivery. 4 dot balls and a 6. 37 from 12. So it looks as if, bar a miracle, it's going to be Essex and Worcester. Worcester the holders.
Yeah, and look like 2 well-organised sides who know what they're about. Essex in particular have shaped their attack to the conditions. Wonder whether Worcestershire will fiddle with their side from that first game. But all those bowlers used, and from Porter and Beard, 3 overs at the start there, it's all been spin and pace off. No.
Was he hit this? I think he's hit it.
It was out the back of the hand, but it was very wide. Who do you fancy then, on the assumption that the Eagles get through?
Well, the Eagles are the form team, aren't they? They've come from nowhere, and so they're winning. Worcester Rapids, they've done it before. They know how to do it. Captaincy will come into it. I thought Moeen was excellent.
You liked that, didn't you? First game. Stayed calm, stayed in the game, didn't panic. Rampal swings into the deep, and it's excellently taken. That is a really good catch. Low down, diving forward, never easy. The Eagles are home, they're home comfortably, and they'll face the Rapids in the final. They've won this game and won it with plenty to spare by 34 runs.
So to the back of the hand again. Ravi Rampal goes down the ground. Aaron Nidja comes in. This is a good catch. Right round by his ankles. Keeps his eye on the ball, gets low. And that's the end of Derbyshire Falcons. 126 all out.
Well, disappointment for Derbyshire, but congratulations to them on making finals day for the first time. I wouldn't quibble with the way they tried to go about it in that first 6 overs when they had to be aggressive, but they just lost a wicket or two too many in getting there. 4 players essentially have scored all their runs this season. Once those early wickets fell, it was always going to be hard work. Essex got a good start, got enough, a competitive score on a dry holding pitch, and then had an attack to suit, led by the man who's just leading them off now, Simon Harmer, the captain. Career best figures for him in this competition, and he will be a threat on this pitch in the final to come. .126 was the total that the Falcons got to in the end. They went very hard at the start. Louis Rees got a flyer, but only made 19. And then those key wickets fell in the early stages. Rees, Godalman, Madsen, Duploy. Between them, 2 of them have scored over 400 runs in the tournament. 2 of them have scored over 300 runs in the tournament. So when they went without any great contribution, it was always going to be a tough old ask for the Falcons. Hughes made 23 and looked decent in doing so. There was a bit of a flourish from Smith and Van Beek at the end, but 126 meant the Falcons fell well short of the victory target. Lots of bowlers used, 7 of them. A bit of seam at the start, only 2 overs for Porter and 1 for Beard, and then it was spin all the way from Harmer and Nijjar, and a bit of pace off the ball from Bapara and Delport. And Dan Lawrence bowled a few off spinners as well. So the Eagles go through 160 for 5, plays 126 from the Falcons. They win by 34, and they will play the Rapids in the final.